Howdy YouTube, a really cool review for you today, and that's because we're taking a look at the Neca 30th anniversary series from the original Predator movie. We've got the Unmasked Jungle Hunter. This figure looks fantastic. In terms of Predator figure designs, you can even see, I guess, with the Elder Predator, and then again, even with the AVP Serpent Hunter and stuff. He's not the coolest Predator they've ever released, but he is the original, and you have to respect that. Figure-wise, it looks great. It's got the new Predator body sculpt, so a ton of articulation. I'm really keen to get this guy opened up. He comes in different packaging, the 30th anniversary packaging, which hopefully you can see there. Cool accessory, cool shot. Might be Blaine, might be Mac, might be Dylan, one of the other unfortunate victims. I actually watched this movie just the other day, and I had forgotten just how good it is. Everything about the movie in terms of the opening, the character development, etc. is just outstanding. Cool, classic, iconic Predator pose there in the jungle setting. They have released a ton of Predator figures. They recently came out with an accessories pack, which looks great. It's got obviously the skin bodies and things like that. So really keen to get this guy opened up. Other figures in the set, you can see we've got a re-release of Dutch, which came out a few years ago. We've got the Jungle Demon, which is in the camouflage, which I will review for you guys. That's a great looking figure. So with that, let's get the Jungle Hunter opened up. So here we have the Predator opened up and out of packaging. Now straight away I can tell you he's a much slender Predator figure than some of the other releases that we've gotten, and I'll bring those in for comparison in a moment. I did have the old McFarlane Alien vs Predator 2-pack Jungle Hunter. I sold him a couple of years ago, and I'm glad I did, because this guy is so much better. Articulation-wise, he's great, and we'll get into that. The design of this guy is fantastic. Big fan. I'll bring it forward so you can take a look at the face. Again, I think Neca have done a great job in getting a movie-accurate Jungle Hunter. One thing that for me is really special about Predator, I know things like Terminator and Commando, and Arnie's got some great movies, Mr. Freeze in Batman, but for me, Predator is my favourite. I think he's got such great one-liners in that movie. He plays such a boss character. Everything about the Predator movie I absolutely love. Moving through, you can see there is some battle damage there. Now, all the armor panels look like they're hard plastic. They're actually soft rubber, so they do move. Well, not all the armor panels, but all the ones that would hinder articulation are soft rubber, which means nothing hinders articulation, even you see on the legs and so forth. Build quality feels great as well. Nice detailing on the hair. One thing that it seems like it's still going to be present accessory-wise, you've got the plasma caster. It seems to have been fixed. So if you've watched a lot of my other reviews, you'll know one of the downsides about the Predator figures is that previously, because of the dreadlocks and the design, they're so stiff, it is really difficult to get the plasma caster on and keep it there reliably. Neca have gone to great efforts to fix that over the years, and you can see with the Predator figures, even 10 years ago, say the AVP movie, the design of those figures to the designs we get now, they're constantly refining and improving and working on the line. So big credit to Neca, where a lot of other toy companies are cheapening down and reusing molds and that. And Neca obviously do that too. You know, economies of scale, they're not stupid. But at least they're always refining and giving us good designs. And this, articulation-wise, is probably my favourite too. So ball-jointed head, ball-jointed arms, swivel in the bicep, double bend at the elbow, ball-jointed wrists. You can also swap them out for an alternative hand that he comes with. He's got the ab crunch, swivel in the waist, ball jointed legs, swivel in the upper thigh as well, which is part of the ball joint, double bend at the knee, and then ball jointed ankle. So a ton of articulation and movement, so you can get this guy in some fantastic Predator poses. Very happy with how this guy came out. So here we've got the Jungle Hunter with some of the other normal Predator figures. I say normal mainly because their masks are as close to the original as I've got handy at the moment. You can see the AVP, I guess default Predator. You've got a Serpent Hunter Predator there. Really cool designs. Hopefully you can see the difference in the body sculpts. This is the old school body where you haven't got the ab crunch, so a little bit of an older figure, a little bit limited in articulation, a few design flaws. You've got the AVP series Predator, great articulation, different design, but again, a much larger, physically more imposing Predator figure than this one. So a slimmer design, better articulation. I'm really happy that they fixed this issue. That's a massive plus. And a highly recommended Predator figure. And finally, just for comparison, you can see how this guy scales with some of the newer Predator figures. Obviously, he's the same. You've got the Toys R Us exclusive. Face sculpt wise, it is pretty much the same head, but there is slight differences. So that's nice to see. Definitely a really cool Predator figure. Great if you're a fan of the movie. Even if you're just a fan of the original movie and the line in general, this guy is different enough from previous releases that it does justify picking him up. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this review on the 30th anniversary Jungle Hunter Predator figure.